Yeah. Yeah. Martin Luther Black, Malcolm X Black, Marcus Garvey Black, Barack Obama.
What's going on, watcher?
Bill Clinton Black. How you think about that?
Round of 50 was happening.
I only great, some of the greatest people in African history document that. So free all black people, live all black people. I in a jail or somewhere for young people. Mental shackles and chain in the brain, them shock people. So free all black people, free all black people. In a jail or somewhere for young people. Mental shackles and chain in the brain, them shock people. Yeah, my point is, the nation every day out of me, no matter what the fight is. And it was written long before the 80s.
What y'all got going on today?
Black people don't get caught in them system. Just overcome and don't become a victim. Cause them system set, if them get the future, the history will get so free all black people. Live up black people. I in a jail or someone feel like people. Mental shackles and chain in a brain, them shock people. So free up black people. Free up black people. In a jail or someone feel like people. Mental shackles and chain in a brain, them shock people. Don't forget, you see him boy black. Greatest of the greats, check the record on the track. I saw Fashelly and Fraser, Merlin, Natty, Ben Johnson and Corey, me fi tell you about that. Bob Marley, Mohammed Ali, and Denzel Washington. Too many to mention. Whitney Houston, Michael Jordan, from the African lineage, River Jordan. Black people. Live up black people.
Right on, Ronald Finkley.
Mental shackles and chain in the brain, them shock people. So free up black people. Free up black people. In a jail or someone feel like people. Mental shackles and chain in the brain, them shock people. Free up black people. Live up black people. So free up black people, free up black people.
Yes, sir. Right there. That's the song. That's a song by Busy Signal right there. Free up black people, man. There was no pun intended to the video with that. That's a good song that I like because I think there's a lot of people around the world, as far as if they're white, they're Irish, they're black, they're Greek, or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? They still haven't gotten in tune to their, who the fuck they are. You know what I'm saying? Where they came from, and I think that, knowing your roots and where everybody came from and stuff like that, so you can teach your children and stuff like that. It's a very good thing. But this video is not really too much about anything specific. It's open for all. All can come. You know what I'm saying? All right, watcher, if you just let me know. Ronald Finkley said, if you're a boxing head, come join Boxing Talk World Live right the fuck now. Thanks, Ronald Finkley. Neutral Natural, what's up? Hey, I ain't seen you in a minute. That's part of that is my fault. I ain't seen you in a while, but hey, I ain't seen you in a minute, but nice to see you, Neutral Natural. I ain't seen you in a while, but nice to see your face, show up, show some love. Ronald Finkley, yeah. Do you have do you for a minute, Mike? Yep. Brown on Brown Boxing. What's happening, baby? Said MJBT. I like that. Maybe that's what I should do, because people have been telling me my name is a little bit too long and shit like that. So maybe I should just put it MJBT, Michael Johnson Boxing Talk. You know what I'm saying? And or just MJBT for short, real quick, because yeah, people been saying that shit, and they've been saying it since I made the name. So you know what I'm saying, and I just been dealing with uh a lot of people fucking my name up, you know, either calling me Michael Johnson. I mean, not Michael Johnson, but Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson, um, calling me all kind of names and shit, fucking my name up. Uh, I don't get mad at it or anything like that, because you know, it's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? If I was to get mad at everything that somebody said and stuff like that, they didn't mean it, but no, they didn't mean it. But there's one dude I know, he was doing it to fuck. He called me Michael Jordan on purpose. You know what I'm saying? He knew I was coming up in that chat room for a purpose, but the purpose wasn't to be an asshole. The purpose was just be come there and talk to the person like a man. Um, and you know, I think that was greatly appreciated for them. But at the same simple time, you know, they still tried to play me the fool, but that's okay. Um, but you know, as far as we can see right now, the same people that's been on Deontay Wilder's jock strap, it's creating articles talking about, oh, he's in the best shape and this and the third. Well, you know, you know what? There's no way to tell he's in the best shape. We all know his trainer partner said this and said that, but it is what it is. You know, I don't care what anything anybody says about what Wilder is doing in training camp. I don't care what nobody says. What Fury doing in his training camp. I don't care about the big mural that he has in there. Um, I don't care about all that. I just care about this third fight happening, because I'm a Deontay Wilder fan, but I'm a boxing fan first, and so I want to see good fights. I don't want to see bad matchups and stuff like that. I want to see good fights, and this is a very good fight. This is a very good fight for boxing, and we ain't seen some shit like that since the last time Wilder and Fury got in the ring, and we ain't seen nothing like that for a very long time before that. Before they first fight and second fight. We ain't seen shit like this in a minute. And then when we get this shit, a lot of people online want to go up over there, and well, a lot of people online not go up over there, but want to be like, oh, I'm a Fury fan now. I'm not a Wilder Fury fan no more, or I'm still a Wilder fan. And you know, you got people jumping ship and saying Wilder can't box, and this guy could box, and this guy could do this. And look, let's all just keep the same energy that we had before. Let's all take it in perspective. You can say that uh, Wilder tried to cherry pick Fury, but that's not the case, because all the motherfuckers that's saying that, as soon as you say, well, AJ tried to fight him too, remember that. Then they didn't want to fight him. They went up over here because guess what? Really, the money was better. But, or he just don't want to go back to, you know, get a British license. Who knows? But I think the third fight with these two guys, Wilder and Fury, I think it's going to be very good. I think that it's going to be very explosive. I think that even the first round, all the way into the fifth round, everybody is going to be on the edge of their fucking seats. I'm telling you, if your adrenaline has never been pumping watching the boxing match, if you never was sweating watching the boxing match, if you never wanted to hear somebody utter a goddamn word in a boxing match, and you cussing everybody out in the room, telling them to shut the fuck up, this third fight is going to be that very fight. And I'm not trying to sit up over here and say Wilder is the shit. I'm not damn for sure ain't saying Fury is the shit. What I am saying is, if you want to say explosiveness, if you want to say the best fight of the year, if you want to say the best fight of the century, I don't know. But guess what? This might be all that. You know what I'm saying? And if people want to sit up over here and say that, you know, Fury's gonna sit up over here and do the same thing that he did in the second fight, knowing now what Wilder possesses. You are out of your raggedy ass mind. You is. And I think that I should be allowed to. Matter of fact, if you say, because let's just be real here. This is heavyweight boxing, right? This ain't Deontay Wilder fighting Dominic Brazil. This ain't Tyson Fury fighting Dominic Brazil. This is the cream of the crop. And if you're going to sit up over here and say that emphatically, matter of fact, you're not going to say it, because if you say that, put your rent money up. Put your fucking rent money up on Fury if you say that, right? Because I ain't going to put my rent money up on Wilder because I know what this fight is. These are two very good fighters getting in the ring and giving us what we all been looking for that all these other fighters ain't been given. Ain't. Some people want to say, oh, I ain't trying to see a third fight and this, that, and the third. Well, you ain't got no motherfucking choice. This ain't fucking Canelo versus Triple G. This is not. This is some shit that we are lucky to fucking see. Because if Fury wasn't around, we probably still wouldn't get a Wilder versus AJ. Probably still wouldn't get it. And then, what you got to equate for, now we have some shit that happened. Now we don't even know what's going to happen, which is COVID. And they damn for sure was going to let that go down without no fans in that motherfucker. Damn for sure. Edward Hearn. Damn for sure. You ain't trying to... Who AJ fighting next and when? They pumped that shit so fucking far back. Even Edwin Hearn said like 2 months ago and a month ago that they have been trying to petition to get fans in the arena. See what I'm saying? Let me read some of these comments. We got the homie Ronnie Finley up in there. He said got Wilder third fight. Ronald Figley said I'm going to bet Wilder sleeps him. Hey man, that's a very good possibility though. Ronald Figley said we're not playing boxing. Ronald Figley also said the king has rested. Ronald Figley, Bomb Squad Nation, true greatness. And I'm gonna tell you guys this one thing. I'm gonna be real with y'all. The more time that they gave Wilder off is the more time that he had time to heal, as the more time he had to think about his shit. I mean, let's put it in perspective. Some people out there is just, look, I don't care what the rumors is. I don't care if the rumors is drugged. I don't care if the rumors egg weights. I don't care if the rumor is Wilder had a chip in him. He was cloned. I don't care what the motherfucking rumors is with the second fight. I don't care what the rumors is. This is what people just need to understand, right? If Wilder comes out and says some things that happened illegal in the fight and stuff like that, will people take it fucking serious? I don't think so. And the reason why I don't think they would take it serious because they haven't till then. But they might make an article or two just so they can get some money. But they're not going to fucking sit up over here and say, oh, emphatically that Wilder was cheated. They're going to do the article just so they can get some money. Any one of these boxing scene, World Boxing News, Sky Sports, The Zone, ESPN, TNT, everybody could have set up over here and slow-mo this fucking fight and show Fury's gloves in high quality HD in front of the fucking whole world. But they didn't want to. You know why they didn't want to? Because it's not the narrative. They are everybody. I don't Ronald Figley, I don't have a Cash App though, but thanks, homie. Everybody out here want to insinuate that Fury didn't cheat. And then they want to say, well, the boxing commission, they can't cheat because of the boxing commission. We've seen fighters in their career in the ring because of shit being, was the dude named Charlie? Charlie got whooped on by a dude in the ring. And he never fought again. And he never fought again. Right? Never fucking fought again. Why did he never fought again? Because if somebody took more than an ounce of fucking padding out of the fucking gloves and fucked his eyeballs up. Miguel Cotto. Everybody around the boxing world knew that this motherfucker had some loaded fucking gloves. He got in the ring, whooped on Cotto, then got in the ring again and got whooped on by Cotto. So Dillian White hopped in the ring, right? Per Oscar Rivas' team. His team, Oscar Rivas' team said, Triple BOC said show must go on. Fuck it. Nobody knows where them gloves came from. Nobody know. But what I'm saying is that it is very possible for somebody to cheat in boxing. You don't. It's not computerized and it's not transparent to where the fact that us as fans could see everything that was going on. This has humans involved. There's something called human error. There's something called people taking gifts, bribes, all types of things that we hear about. Even Teddy Atlas had to say a few things. But at the end of the day, what I'm saying is I don't care if Fury cheated. I don't think I care about right now is a third fight happening, win or lose. Let's get it popping. That's the only thing I care about. Watcher, what's happening, man? I see you back there in that cut, baby. What you got to say?
Thanks for having me on, man.
I don't know
Just
why
saw
y'all
you.
keep saying thanks, man. Like y'all act like this is a big ass muff. It's not a big thing, man. You know I got love for y'all, man. When y'all come up in here,
No,
I
no,
want y'all to be here. You know what I'm saying?
no.
I'm the
It's just
motherfucker that should be saying thanks.
no. It's just I say it a lot. It's a courtesy thing I do. So, but anyway, yeah, just listening to what you're saying. At this point, with the third fight, um, there's too many rumors going around. There's too much he said, she said, and I'm getting really bored of it. Stuff about what Junior Fast said last week, and then what this Nigerian guy said this week about him being in great shape, all this and that about Lance Pugmire. It's all a bit too much now. For me, I'm just focused on this third fight happening, getting a date for it, just getting it in a good venue and like it being actually official, not some December 19th date that's been floating around for forever.
Yeah, yeah, it
I
has.
want I want like some concrete thing now because everyone is making videos and this whole bicep thing and people, saying people thinking that the freaking article, the picture that was put up of when Wilder was in shape, that's a new picture. Where when that picture's like from the Dominic Brazil fight. So I think everyone's just not really following this whole trilogy. I don't know. They're just not following it closely enough, or they're not following it in the correct way because there's just too much going around, too much false stuff, too much bullshit. Even the whole thing with the gloves, I'm guilty of making quite a lot of videos on that, but I've softened my stance up on it because I just want the third fight,
Mm.
and what happens in the third fight will be that. I'm not saying I'm ignoring all this stuff with the gloves and the tactics, but I really am shifting towards a bit of I want to see what goes on in this third fight in the ring, and then maybe all that other stuff I'll talk about and have more emphasis on later. But right now it's the third fight. That's the fight in the division, and that's the fight in boxing.
Right. Right. You're absolutely right. The picture that Fury has in his gym, I don't see it as a joke or anything like that. As far as me thinking about Tyson Fury and his team and stuff like that, I just see it as motivation to keep him focused. Um, and the reason why I said it is because um, to put a picture like that in your gym while you're training and stuff like that is to motivate you so they can say, well, you did it once, you could do it again. And that's what I get out of it. I don't get nothing much up out of it. Yeah, it don't look good on Wilder's fight. I mean Wilder's part, and it don't look good for Wilder fans and stuff like that. But it's very interesting when you see somebody that wins a fight and then sits over there and keep egging a guy on that did nothing but try to help yo ass out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all try to beat each other up in the ring and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, you got to respect the person that not only gave you an opportunity, but didn't give you a shitty ass deal. You know what I'm saying? And that doesn't happen a lot. Nobody knew your ass up over here. Yeah, you probably had the most fans in that stadium, but you didn't have the most fans buying the fight. Because that's how boxing rolls up over here. Nobody knew who the fuck you is. You'll be spending 75, 70, 80 something dollars on your ass. But that's what we got. I Another thing that I would say is that if I didn't say it before is like I said in the last live stream, man. At this point, I don't give a fuck who cheated. I got the gloves that you can see Tyson Fury's gloves. You can see how much room he has on his wrist, on his gloves. You can see that he is pulling up his shorts. Um, so that could give you some type of attestation that proof that something is valid, real, that something is going on there. Um, and if you couldn't see that before, if there's proof later and stuff like that, what would you say then? But that's neither. That doesn't mean anything right now. It's not gonna mean anything until these guys do something about it, which I don't think they would do an investigation on it. I I don't even think they would even spend 15 minutes on an investigation on it. But that's not that's not for me to decide, and that's not for me to say. It's in the record books that Deontay Wilder got his ass whooped, and that's what it's gonna be. Read some of these comments real quick. Uh, Ronald Finger said it's the hurt business first. Neutral Natural said Wilder next trainer would probably be Malik Scott. I don't know who his next trainer would be. I know JD's would. I'm assuming that JD's would still be up in that cut. But if it is, I don't care who it is. In Wilder's corner, I really don't care as long as the person in his corner can help him train, can help him win in the next fight. That's the only thing I uh, I care about, because at the end of the day, it's all about wins and losses, you know. And I'm typing my homie real quick. My bad. It's all about wins and losses, and this is how it is. We haven't seen fights get taken back after the fight. You know what I'm saying? Like that. So we just got to take it for what it is and go over to this one. Ron Figure said, from America to the UK, stand the fuck up. Let's get it. Neutral Natural said Dante needs to use the power jab and offense. Yep, but to keep Fury off him and use the pecking jab less than he used to set up the right. But he also has to move his head when he does that. He can't stay on center with that. He got to hit him and move. He got to stick and move, because Fury, he likes to counter. But the thing about Wilder's jab is when it lands, you can't do nothing because your head is going to snap back. Ronald Figley said we have elite boxers worldwide. And then he goes on to say 10 consecutive title wins tells all Deontay Thanos Wilder game over. I'm gonna tell you one thing about if you didn't believe Wilder can box, right? If you didn't believe Wilder could box, how come Wilder didn't get done like Dominic Brazil? Wilder didn't get done like Stephen Cunningham. He didn't get. If you take Wilder and you say he can't box, and you take all these other fighters that's been getting knocked out smooth left and motherfucking right, right? I don't care who it is. All these fighters that have a great fucking physique that have been getting knocked the fuck out smooth left and motherfucking right. How come Wilder ain't been getting knocked out smooth and fucking right with his boxing fucking physique? That's the thing that I've been trying to tell folks. Then how can you move? Then how somebody whoops on Wilder, then all of a sudden you solidify lineal champion. If Wilder wasn't all that, how come your fucking what's that one dude name, that weirdo that got knocked out by the AJ for the championship title? That weirdo motherfucker. What's his name? Watcher Ronald, what's his name again? Charles Martin.
Yeah.
Oh
Martin.
yeah. Can you hear me good?
Yeah, we can hear you. You just got some a little cricket sound in the background, like a little tick 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 tick.
Okay, so I'm gonna take that Bluetooth off because it sounds like a hammer, right?
Yeah.
Like a jackhammer or some shit, right?
Your phone going off, it seemed like. You got the hose hollering at you, huh?
Okay, that's good.
Oh,
you can
I
hear me
figured
now?
yeah, we can hear you. I thought your phone was going off because the hose was looking for you.
Yo, dog, I was looking for this fucking fight right here. You see that?
Tell me what it say. I can barely see it.
It
says Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, it says Daniel Piamelli versus Cassius Clay. I could not find this fight, and King Corleone called me out on this shit, bro. I could not find this fight, bro. Did Cassius Clay lose this fight? Like, or somebody just made up a fucking post back then and we never saw it. Like, I'm gonna leave it at that. But like, I gotta find out what's going on with this fight, yo.
Well, I would say if you can't find it, I mean, if it ain't on his record and you can't find that fucking fight, I don't know what to tell you, bro. It could be because he wasn't. It could be because it was Cassius Clay, and Cassius Clay wasn't supposed to win that fucking fight.
Yeah, it was like 1962 or some shit.
1962.
Yeah.
Maybe he was Cassius Clay at the time. Maybe it was a motherfucker who was supposed to win against.
Yeah, I took my video down because I was talking mad shit about that fight, like I knew what the fuck it was, because I found this in like like in somebody's house, and I took that shit like. But yeah,
come on, man, you can't say you stealing online, man.
Nigga, I'm gonna take it, nigga. If it's mine, it's mine, nigga.
God,
they didn't want
damn. I mean, I probably would have done the same thing too.
Yeah, it was like one of the moments I saw something. I was like, oh shit.
I wouldn't even put it like if I was to do some shit like that, I wouldn't even put it in. I would just put it in my hand and walk out and see if somebody say something and keep moving.
No doubt.
If nobody say nothing, they don't want it.
Exactly, yo.
I would have been fat in my face with it and everything. It's like, damn, it's hot in here. Y'all good? I'm about to roll. I'm about to roll real quick, man. Y'all good in here? And I would have just left.
The funny thing about it, Michael Johnson, Boxing Talk and more, it was that like I couldn't find it nowhere online this fight, yo. So I guess it's not like for us to see.
I mean, you probably gotta ask somebody that not necessarily lived around the time, but it's probably in one of them. It's probably in the newspaper clipping.
Yeah.
you probably got to look for a newspaper clipping. That'd be the best way to do it. You know what I'm saying? Let me read some of these comments. Because well, two of them. Nutrinazo said, "Don't go straight back with his hands up, hands down." He could go. It seems like every time Wilder puts his hands up in the guard, it's not that strong. You know what I'm saying? You know, with a straight punch, it doesn't seem like it's that strong with a straight punch. What I say is that, you know, he has to use his athleticism more. He has to move more. If I figure if you fighting against somebody that likes to throw a lot of head feints and stuff like that, you have to do something to keep them off as well. And if you're not doing nothing to keep them off as well, then you're probably going to fall for a couple of those punches. Nutrinatural also goes to say he needs to be circling the ring more and using the right hand as a decoy and not load up on the right hands. And when Fury head is on center line, then load a big one. He ain't got to load a big one. I'm telling you, you hit a punching bag. Sometimes you ain't got to. You don't have to load up to make a big shot. When you knock out somebody, if you ever have, you don't have to load up to knock somebody out.
Nah, you don't have to load up to knock somebody out. You just gotta hit them the right way.
Yeah. The main thing about it is having that optimal fucking hip to wings to arm
target
rotation
target.
Because I was trying to show the homie at work hitting the punching bag because he was acting like a little bitch. You know, he's acting like Anthony Joshua, Mr. Stiffy. Just you can tell his arms, he's tightening his biceps up every time he swing and stuff like that. And I'm telling him, it's like, stop doing that shit. The main thing about it is just getting that motion, getting your hips into it, getting your body to turn a little bit, keeping your body centered, not moving too forward and all that shit. Just work on getting it off and getting it all smooth, making sure you're getting that optimal power. And that's how I got nothing but knockouts on the streets. Because I don't sit up over there. I don't sit up over here and load up on punches. I sit up over here. I finesse my shit and I move. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Michael, when I hit somebody, nigga, the cops come. They come 12 deep after I knock a nigga out. It was so smooth like butter that they like 12 cops show up. But back to Wilder, yo. When he hit somebody, remember that first fight? That was perfect how Wilder did that shit. He had the perfect distance. He hit the nigga with the left, but then he hit that nigga with the right. It was over, nigga. Like, it was a wrap. Like,
it's like I keep trying to tell folks, man, all the time. It doesn't matter what you do. I play defensive back. You ain't gonna win everyone. You're not gonna win every fucking route against a wide receiver. It's just not gonna fucking happen unless that motherfucker is just that fucking sorry. You're gonna lose one or two. It's not because you ain't ready. It's not because of this. It's just the nature of the law. You know, you can't win them all. You know what I'm saying? But luckily with me, the ones that I lost, I didn't get no touchdown scored on me. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I keep trying to tell folks, man, this fight is gonna be good. I want to move on to some other subjects, but let me get to this these comments real quick. Okay, Tyrone in the building. Let me read these comments, Tyrone, before you Nutrinatural says stick to the game plan and be more defensively responsible with steady punch. Nutrinatural said Power Jab wins the fight. Yes, it does. I mean, Wilder can steal some rounds. Yes, he can. So that's what I'm going to ask Tyrone, because, you know, I don't give a fuck at this point.
Salute to everybody on the panel, by the way.
Huh?
Salute to everyone on the panel.
Oh, my bad.
Ron, Mike, you go ahead.
You know, sometimes I'm hard of hearing.
No, it's fine. Go ahead.
No, I really am. No. What do you think about? Y'all can all answer this. Well, I think Watcher already did, but he can answer if he hasn't said if he wants to reiterate it. At this point in time, we haven't heard anything about these gloves, the spiking. of the water, other stuff. At this point in time, when you hear about this third fight happening, do you really care
about that stuff? I think it'll all come out in the wash after the fight. Like he said, I don't I personally do like the just going under the radar. And I mean, he still talks. I mean, he's on his Instagram. It's not like he doesn't. It's not like he totally shuts down. You know, he talks when he wants to, when he needs to. But it just seems like he's about his business, and I respect that. I like that.
So Wilder still talks, because I haven't I got his Instagram, but I didn't hear him talk for the last 3 or 4 weeks. Like, he talking?
Not like about the subject, but I mean, like, if he's interviewed, like he was interviewed in April about his surgery, or like he's doing the scuba diving or whatever, like he'll put up a picture. That's sort of what I mean. Not like talking.
Or if he's at a gun shoot.
Or he's at a gun shoot, like I saw that on some.
Yeah, I saw that. That was cool.
Pretty cool.
Cool. Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, because I kind of Instagrammed him like maybe once or twice, like last week, because I follow a couple channels that I think support him. So I kind of like, yo, man, I think these dudes support you. And he ain't say nothing. But see, that's the thing. Like, we never going to be on Wilder's tip. I'm just a boxing fan. So if he like want to come out and talk, that's on him. But I'm going to just wait for the fight, because I'm glad he didn't talk, because guess what? We're going to get the third fight.
Yeah.
Watcher, you got anything to say on that?
Just, you mentioned the gun range thing. That was months before the second Fury fight.
I didn't know, because
I didn't know
that date on that video I saw was fucked up. Then
was it the recent one or the
recent one?
I'm talking about with the 50 cal. Yeah, that one. And then he had that. Was it Desert Eagle too?
Yeah.
I think that's the one we saw. I think
that wasn't 2 months ago. That seemed like it was like new to me.
Not the one when he whipped out the gold, because remember
not that one.
He had a video where he whipped out the gold Desert Eagle. That's a 50 cal too.
Oh,
yeah. About the one when he had the 50 cal Barrett rifle.
Yeah, that one.
Nigga, I got little guns compared to that nigga. Real talk.
I wouldn't even get one of those, man. It's just like, they like $10. I think it's like $10 a round.
Okay.
I think a 50 cal for a Barrett. I think that fit. I think because you can't use any 50 cal round, because they could dirty your barrel up and all that shit, right? With lacquer, bad powder, the coating on the ballistic.
Yeah.
And you gotta use and especially you doing that's competition shooting. You know what I'm saying? That's like $10. That's probably more than, if you're doing competition shooting with a 50 cal, that's more than $10 a round.
He looked like he was pretty good, yo. He looked like he was pretty good.
I don't know, but the motherfucker's 6'6", 6'7". I don't know. I can't tell if I was if until I was there, but his stance looked all right. You know what I'm saying? He didn't look like he was jerking all over the place.
Yeah, he wasn't shooting like he was a thug. He was shooting like he knew what the fuck he was doing.
Yeah, it wasn't. I got to go back and look at it though, because when I be shooting, when I'm at the gun range and stuff, like, I'll be like, or I say gun range, that's the homie's backyard. I basically, when I'm there, I'm more safety and making sure people ain't jerking before they pull the trigger, basically. You know what I'm saying? Because that right there, that's half the battle. Not necessarily stance, because the stance is really a body type and is a preference, and it's what's worked for you, and you ain't trying to change people, you're just trying to help them.
Exactly.
But then I just try to make sure, I just try to look at their finger and how they holding the gun or the rifle, and try to see if they jerking, anticipating the kickback. You know what I'm saying? Because that's really half your battle right there. Then I try to get people to sit up there and shoot paper and certain things that can't kick them back close range, so they can get used to the blowback.
Michael Michael Johnson. The worst thing ever happened to me was I was shooting a 12 gauge pistol grip, and my thumb got hurt a little bit. So I ain't know what the fuck you talking about.
Yeah. Well, you see that when you're holding the pistol, your thumb is actually the weakest motherfucking link.
Yeah.
And that's why I tell people it's like if you're shooting anything, is that you can't have your thumb like fucking the you gotta have the more meat on the back of it. You can't have your thumb and on them ligaments and the tendons
And that's
taking
where
the
I fucked
fucking
up at.
blow.
That's where I fucked up at. I remember that shit like it was
You
yesterday.
know, and then, but on a gun range, that's actually a hard one to tell because especially when somebody's shooting something in recession, that's a hard one because people be moving and shit like that, and you can't really just yell stop and all this shit because you know they having fun. You know what I'm saying? Or they shooting and they trying to hear you, and it doesn't work like that. But back to the Wilder thing, the only thing that I like about Wilder not talking is that to me it just shows focus. It just shows focus.
Yep.
And it shows that, you know, at the end of the day, he's not worried about what everybody is saying, and he doesn't have
He
to.
not showing us none of his training camp. He not showing us shit, bro.
Right,
He just doing it. Like I feel like he just doing it because we know who the fuck he is, bro. He
right,
a real motherfucker, bro.
yeah, and you don't have to sit up. See, that's another thing. It's like, you know, that's stuff that we do want to see, but at the end of the day, you know, fighters are people. You know, you got smart people, you got dumbasses, you got so much not smart people and people that's in between. That's just how it is. You know, don't get people so caught up into, you know, personalities and what they say on the camera and stuff like that. That doesn't mean that they're smart or that they dumb or anything like that. You got to actually really know these people to actually really know this stuff. My main thing is when you hear somebody, when you see somebody that gets mollywopped like Deontay Wilder did, and you hear all this stuff about gloves, you hear all this stuff about biceps, costumes, all this stuff. The dude ain't said nothing. You know what I'm saying? It says
Yep.
a lot because me, just like all y'all be itching to say something. All of us would be itching to say something, itching to cut somebody out, itching to the whoop somebody ass, to stick our combat boots, sway some, you know, up somebody ass and shit
I
like
try
that.
not to do that shit, yo. I try not to do that shit.
You know what I'm saying? And for him not to say nothing with everybody that's out here on Twitter, you heard old boy, you know what I'm saying? He won, and people are still up over here saying, oh, you a sucker and this, then the third. You should have whooped this dude, and they all up in his ass and all
Yeah.
this shit. You know what I'm saying? He go to the hospital. He in the hospital. He gotta hear everything what people got to say about him on Twitter. You act like that.
Wilder was just wondering what the fuck went wrong because I think he overtrained too. I
No,
really do think.
well, it could have been overtraining and it could have been bullshit. You see what I'm saying? Well, we don't know. It could have been overtraining and it could have been he been bullshitting. You know what I'm saying? But we don't know. But what I'm saying is that when you get mollywop like that, then you got to go to the hospital, and then you got to sit up over here, and then you got to listen to it what everybody else got to say about you, and you ain't rebuttaling, you ain't saying nothing. That really could just mean focus.
Yo, Michael Johnson. I want to know what Watcher's doing for Deontay Wilder over there in Australia because he loves Deontay Wilder. I know he do, but I haven't seen him like get nobody involved over there. Like I love Watcher, but like I don't understand what Watcher is doing.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this one thing. You know, I'm gonna tell you this. It's like this. You know, I'm just gonna say this. Watcher ain't gotta promote nobody. You know what I'm saying? Watcher ain't gotta do nothing but just do him. We're gonna ask him the question though. But what I'm saying is that, you know, it's not up to me, you, or anybody else on YouTube to promote any of these fighters. But what we should do is promote us getting the fights that we fucking deserve.
No doubt.
You know, at all costs, because that's what we've been missing. And a lot of people,
and we got a slew of them. We got a slew of them coming up.
Oh my God. No, we can have a slew of them. We have a slither between all the good fights that they can give.
Yo, Michael Johnson, tell them how far PBC and us go back, bro. Tell them like it's like 4 years strong with the PBC with the best fight. That's what I want to hear.
Well, I'm not going to say it's just PBC, but I would say that I think everybody around here has been trying. The zone didn't help us getting fights like that.
No,
coming over here. Over here didn't help. But what I think is that, you know, these promoters out here should have this is the reason why I went on Raphael Dawkins' channel, but I lost what my focus was when I went over there. My focus was to go up on Raphael Dawkins' channel and to tell these guys that no matter how we feel, no matter about each other, no matter how we feel about a particular promoter, a particular boxer, or whatever, we still have a common denominator, which is us not getting the fights that we want. And and we should we don't have to come together, but we should all either have a hashtag for this, or at least we should all bombard, you know, social media with making certain fights. And it just shouldn't be New Zealand fighters versus New Zealand fighters, Australian fighters versus Australian fighters, American fighters versus American fighters, UK fighters versus UK fighters, or whatever the case may be. It should be people mixing it up between the best of the bunch fighting the rest. You know what I'm saying?
And see, they don't understand. Like, we'll buy the fight. I don't give a fuck what network it is on. Like, Clarissa Shields started that shit. Like, she fought Hannah Gabriel on Dead Zone. I was a subscriber to Dead Zone for that fight. I stopped fucking with them when I seen GG ducked a lot of motherfuckers, and they didn't even like say nothing to GGG when they brought him over there about who he should fight. That's just a problem over here.
Well, ain't nobody.
We are the fans, bro. We are the fans over here,
and ain't nobody saying nothing to him right now, neither.
Yeah,
ain't nobody saying the main shit. Hold on, let me read these things real quick so I won't forget, because I be hating that shit when I be in people's chat rooms. Yeah, they don't read the chats, or they just hit the super chats. That shit irks me, man, because you know, the people that don't send super chats is the bulk of your fucking channel, man. Them people that's listening to most of your fucking videos. Them the dudes that's mostly hitting the like button. Them ain't the dudes that's just coming up in there and got people fucking yelling, hitting the like button, getting upset. And let me tell y'all something about that like button before I read these chats. Don't get discouraged when you on people's channel and they keep saying, because I do sometimes. I do. Because I get annoyed by it, but you know, I'm not mad at them. I'm just mad at the simple fact that he got to keep repeating it, and I just get upset a little bit, and I just leave and I come back. But at the end of the day, when you look at how YouTube is and stuff like that, you would have, like me,
I got arthritis with smashing the like button.
You can have, like, I don't get that many views. I can have 70 views, and then I go back and I have 60 views, or I have 15 likes. Then I go back, I have 7 likes. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying to y'all is just don't get discouraged when somebody is asking you hit the like button, because it is kind of funny, and people get real discouraged because they spend a lot of time from their family and stuff like that, and with the shit they supposed to be doing in their life on YouTube. Now I'm gonna read these comments.
Yo,
Natural.
hold on, Michael Johnson.
Go ahead.
Let me say one thing real quick. I paid $70 for this fucking picture, bro. Somebody got me on fucking Instagram, yo. That picture right there was I paid $70 for it because I got tired of people trolling me. Like,
That's actually a good picture though.
I thought it was too.
They could have put you like a little bit lower than the top part of the frame, but that's a good picture though.
You notice it's a watermark picture. So I don't have to worry about
they try to.
nobody.
I see why they put you like that because they try to get your shirt in there.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I could dig it. Yeah, they did it right then. That's a good picture though. It's clear as fuck. It's clear as fuck though. Tell you that.
I gave the nigga $70, yo, just to make sure that nobody will fuck with my picture, yo, or try to troll me or use my account. Cause you know I'm only one account. I never go on nobody's channel. If somebody block me, I don't go on their channel no more.
I don't blame you. I'm still blocked on Trill. Boxing Talk. Neutral Natural said at least Wilder and Fury kept negotiating behind closed doors and not like some of the other guys. I don't mind the negotiating behind. I don't mind negotiating on Front Street, but what people have to understand when you negotiate on Front Street, it don't matter what the fuck anybody said. It does not matter what this guy said. It doesn't matter what that guy said. That's just the game. That's just the game of it. You know what I'm saying? You can't get mad if somebody even if it's on Front Street, when somebody want to say you the duck or that guy's a duck, whatever the case may be, because at the everything eventually is gonna hit Front Street. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not everything, bits and pieces here and there, and people come up with their own assumptions. But when you put your business out there on Front Street for everybody to hear, it ain't your business no more. It's everybody's. I don't care if Gary Russell want to say you got in my business when I was talking to this dude, when I say 1.5, no, nigga, you put your business out there on Front Street. I don't understand how social media is for everybody. It just ain't for you. You didn't hit his inbox up. You didn't text him. You didn't email him. You said it for the whole world to fucking hear. So now you have to deal with people saying whatever they got to say about you.
And you know what? And that's the same thing. Like if Deontay Wilder ever actually spoke to me back, which he hasn't, I would not tell nobody. I would just be like, okay, Deontay Wilder spoke to me. Terrence Crawford spoke to me once, but that was like 3 years ago. He was like, yo, Ron, man, I don't know what the fuck they doing over there, but like, yo, man, I'm ready. Like, I'm like, oh shit, Terrence, you bugging right now.
I mean, I got to tell you what they was doing 3 years ago. Not a damn thing.
Yeah.
That Top Rank, not a damn thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I was mad because like they was shitting on them on because Texas people are real. So I respect them. But it's like, God damn, y'all shitting on Bud when I think he can like actually give Bud Earl a 50-50 fight. You see what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say this because you said that. You know, I don't go by. I'm gonna tell you this one thing. I don't give a damn where you from. You know what I'm saying? I don't. You know, I've been all across this country. I've been in many different countries. And I'm going to tell you this one thing. There's suckers everywhere. You see what I'm saying? There's suckers. There's fast talkers. There's all types of people everywhere. I don't give a fuck. I don't, when people say, oh, you from here, you from there, that don't mean a damn thing to me. I don't know these niggas. You know what I'm saying? And I've been to Texas. I've been to Arizona, been in North Carolina, been in Virginia, been to Florida, been to Georgia, Mississippi, been to Washington State, been to DC, been to Michigan.
Yo, you know my son in Illinois right now, yo. I'm so happy for him, yo. He getting a new part of life.
That's ain't nothing wrong with that. Good. Sometimes different is always better.
And that's what I got out of what you just said. Like you've been in a lot of places.
Yeah, been in New York, been in Maine, shit. And I'm from San Diego. You know what I'm saying? I don't care for all that shit. Sometimes motherfuckers just gassing niggas up and people don't know when they're getting buttered up. You know what I'm saying? When motherfuckers saying that shit, you know? And you know, people just be mindful, you know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't your motherfucking friend. I don't care if it's YouTube, Twitter. I don't care in life. Brown on Brown Boxing said, what about this Mikey Garcia bullshit comment he made about Earl Spence talking about he would teach him how to drive? You know what, to tell you the truth? You know what? I'm not mad at the motherfucker. I'm not mad at him for saying it. He got his ass whooped for 12 rounds.
Yeah.
He got his ass whooped for 12 rounds.
He's trying to build his ego back up.
I don't think he's trying to build his ego back up because at this point, he had enough time to fucking reflect on where he went wrong. He had enough time to reflect on life. You know what I'm saying? And his whole boxing career on whether or not he wanted to stay at 147 or get the fuck back down. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, what he had to say, you know, it probably has some merit to it. He did crash his motherfucking car. He did. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm not going to say the brother needs some driver lessons and shit like that. But like I said, whatever you do on this earth, you know what I'm saying? Your shit hit social media or your shit hit to the enemies. You know what I'm saying? You got to take it. You know what I'm saying? You fucked up. Like Wilder got his ass whooped by Fury. Whatever motherfuckers want to say, you got your ass whooped, you know, this and the third. You got to take it, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? To come back in his third fight and handle it. Same thing like Earl. He got to come back and get in the car and not let it happen again. You know what I'm saying? So
my biggest thing with Earl Spence was the fact is that I prayed for him like hard when he got in the accident. And that's what I appreciate about Earl Spence, that he survived it. You see what I'm saying? I prayed for that dude hard, yo.
And Watcher and Tyrone, man, just don't let us talk all day, man. Y'all can chime in anytime y'all fucking want.
Yeah.
You in America though, don't get it fucked up, Watcher.
Nah, I'm where I am. So
what he's saying is like you on YouTube right now.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Okay. Because you over there looking like Mr. Smooth in your photo. He over there looking like,
he look mad cool, yo, right?
Hey, Ronald, you remember Speed Racer, the cartoon back in the days? That's how he looked.
Exactly, yo.
Hey, Watcher,
I love Watcher though. Watcher cool as shit, yo.
Hey, Watcher, man, you come to America, you gonna know how we get down, man. That's all we do up over here. We clowning each other all goddamn day, man. We just have fun with it. We don't.
Yeah, that's how it is here as well. So
no holds bars, bro.
we just leave people's mamas and wives out of it. That's the only thing we do. We leave them out of it. We hit daddy is free game. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. Your daddy is free game because that nigga ain't around.
or he should be able to handle himself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Now, yeah, but that thing with Earl Spence, it is kind of a low blow though. Brown on Brown Boxing. I mean, God damn, I keep fucking your name. Brown on Boxing. People keep fucking my name up. Keep fucking your name up. Brown on Boxing. Yeah, that's it is a low blow. You know what I'm saying? But you know, if he would have said that shit like a month or two after that, that would have been really fucked up. Then I would have been like, come on, bruh. But for him to say that shit now, Earl is okay. You know, he got his grill fixed because you know his grill was fucked up. You know, I don't know what else is fucked up on him, but
yeah,
you know
exactly.
what? I don't know what he gonna do when he come back. I don't know how he gonna be. But what I am saying is that, you know, it does sound fucked up, but we still have to keep it for what it is. You know, Earl fucked up. You know what I'm saying, on his part, and we just gotta accept that and hope the brother man in the future does the right thing when he's behind the wheel. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, there was lives at stake, you know, when that shit happened. Now, I'm not gonna get into the toxicology and his state of mind at the time when he was driving and shit like that.
Yo, dog, he was in a fucking Lamborghini though. That's the thing.
Yeah, like, I know, but I just don't want to get into the.
That's a lot of speed, bro.
The specifics of it, but I just want to keep it at that.
Nigga, I'm driving like fucking generic cars. He's driving top notch shit, like going through the fucking roof. Like it's deep. It's really
But
deep. And I
but that's
can't
the
wait
thing
to see
though, is
what you
like
do, yo.
that's the thing about life is like you could be tipsy driving a car and you know you okay driving and something happened that's beyond your control and you crash
That's
and
what
that
I
shit
did.
happens
Yeah.
and then everybody want to say, oh, because you was drunk. But if you was sober at the time, the same shit could have happened and nobody will nobody. I'm not trying to give them an excuse or whatever, but what I'm trying to say is that y'all just be careful when y'all driving, man. Point blank, period, man.
Stay safe.
I don't care if you know. Make sure you looking when you're hitting that turn signal. You looking the lane you moving in. Make sure you're paying attention, not on your phone and shit like that. Because you know it's just not you that's on the road. Other people are out there being distracted as well. So it's just not you driving. You got to make sure everybody else is not in your motherfucking way. That's about to, ruin your shit. Now, Roy Bominux, if I'm fucking your name up, man, because that last name, I'm just gonna call you Roy. So I ain't gonna keep fucking your shit up. Your name up. Sorry. Should Wilder also fight in the new division against Usyk? I don't think they should make a new division. I don't think there should be any types of new divisions in boxing. See, what you got to understand is the WBC is thinking about making a new division. That means all these other sanctioned bodies have to get on board with the shit. What I'm saying is, in order for them to make a new division, let me tell you something. In order, with boxing, franchise champion should have never been made until they clean their shit up over there. There's too much shit going on in boxing between the, I don't give a fuck if you want to say the judges, these boxing commissions, these sanctioning bodies, these boxers, these promoters, these managers, and some of these weak ass fans. Boxing on a sanctioning body's part need to be cleaned up. And we haven't been seeing the rules being enforced properly for them to be adding a franchise champion, for them to be adding stimulations for clenbuterol, for them to be adding a new weight division. They have to move some shit around. They have to fix some shit first. Something ain't right. I don't give a fuck if you want to say which sanctioned body is fucking up. We be corrupt or whatever the case may be. There has to be, first off, accountability. Second off, transparency.
And Lawrence Williams, what's good, bro? How you doing, bro?
Oh yeah, Lawrence Williams, what's happening? Yeah, he didn't. That's first.
Yeah, salute Lawrence Williams. Did I forget to say what's up to Watcher, man? I forgot. Yeah, what's up, Watcher?
Nah, it's all good. I'll let Mike talk, but I was gonna
Go
say
ahead.
Keep it the same. It's such desperate fucking statements put out by guys like Bellew. All Wilder should fight Usyk. I mean, all you people from the UK. I'm not gonna say from the UK, but I have already, so I'm just gonna go with it. I don't know. Like, boxing is how it is, and quite frankly, there's too many belts. There's too much mumbo jumbo going on within the sanctioning bodies for everything they've done to, this whole franchise shit was just a way to save face.
Watcher, it's up for us to keep this shit basic though, because it's like it's legendary status to me. Like, we gotta slow it down. I'm not gonna cut you off, but I'm just saying, like,
No,
dog, it's 4 debates. It's 4 fucking sanctioning bodies. It's IBF, it's WBA, it's WBC, IBF to me.
Yeah, and then
how about we just do this? Like, we don't even have to fucking count. We don't, even if we don't say all of them. There's at least 4 belts under each weight class in each division, right? on each sanctioned body, right?
Yes.
Right. We don't even have to count, but there's more than that. There's more than 4, right?
Well, yeah.
So
I don't like that shit though.
What my question is to all y'all, Ronald Watcher, Tyrone's, right? Do y'all think that, like, let's put it like this. Let's put it like this. You have a house, right?
Yeah.
And you trying to upgrade your house, right? Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But you don't have no fucking money coming in.
Ooh, squad, nigga. Nigga, I got money coming in, but I feel you, nigga. I really do feel you.
Right?
I'm gonna try to refinance my mortgage.
Well, that's one, Tyrone. That's the way to do it. But what I'm saying is that y'all have these guys have degraded boxing. It's not the fans that did it. It's these sanctioned bodies and some of these fighters that did it, and these networks that did
promoters.
It. Right. So that's what I meant to include them. Tyrone, you're right. You're right, Tyrone. I meant to include them.
No, go ahead.
Right. So if you got a house, right? Well, let's just move on to this shit I was saying. So you trying to bring different things into boxing to get the fans intrigued to it, but the only thing you can do is get 2 YouTubers or Floyd to fight a YouTuber.
Yeah, right? I heard that yesterday. I couldn't believe it.
Right. So what you try to do is you try to put a super cruiserweight when already cruiserweight ain't nobody watching.
Yeah.
I'm not watching that shit.
Did you know the final of that was
Tyrone,
next Saturday?
Tyrone, you let me know, because you yeah. I think because I can't remember a lot of shit, but you pay a lot of attention to a lot of shit that I don't, and you know
the random stuff. Yeah.
How many who watch the cruiserweight division?
I watch it sometimes.
I don't watch it.
Most people don't even watch it seriously. Like, I watch it. I'm in the same boat as Ron. Like, we only watch the top fights probably. Like, if there's a WBSS or something, like, we'll see that. I mean, I do watch. Who's the only other cruiserweight I follow? The South African guy, the Makabu dude. I actually like him. He's probably my most favorite fighter. He's fun to watch because he could get hurt easy, but he always gives it. It's always a fight with him. He's fun to watch. But other than him and the top guys, I don't watch nobody there. I know their names from BoxRec, but that's about it.
I'm gonna say this, man. Somebody said this in the chat. United Nations. Okay. He said, who gets in a Ferrari drunk? Only a dummy. I'm gonna tell you this one thing.
Dummy, but I wouldn't say it's the best move.
I'm gonna tell you this one thing. There is far more faster cars than a fucking Ferrari.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah. Fucking Stingray Corvette, nigga. Like a Stingray Corvette. That's God right there, nigga.
He never been in one.
Stingray Corvette is God, bro.
You never been in one. I've been in one with a crazy driver, and I said, "Nigga, let me out."
Yeah.
No, for real.
Think about the Iraq Z. Remember the Iraq Z, Michael Johnson? The Iraq Z, like that shit was crazy, yo.
I told that nigga when I was driving, I was like, "Nah, nigga, slow down, let me out. I'm walking home. I'm good. No, ain't nobody. I'm not gonna be in nobody passenger seat while they driving like that, homie. And I've been in some fast cars. I'm talking about like them niggas hitting the gas on the highway going 70 and your neck jerking back.
Yo, dog, the Corvette is no joke. Real talk.
That's what happened. I was like, nah, nigga, I don't trust you, nigga. We both drunk in this motherfucker. Let me the fuck out. Nah, that nigga wasn't drunk. He was on some other shit. He was on that booger sugar. But yeah, but that's what we're saying is like, you add them. I know you want to make boxing dynamic and stuff like that. Get these lighter guys between whatever weight and 125 boxing against each other, so where it adds more dynamics and a little bit more competition to boxing, but it's not going to help it overall. The problem is that you have competition out here. You got UFC. UFC
this weekend
is, in my opinion, didn't get as big as where they is about putting on competition fights. It's dynamic. That shit is as real as you can fucking get a fucking fight. It is as real as you can get it. You know what I'm saying?
Are
Yeah.
you talking about the not to cut you off, Walker, but Watcher, but are you talking about the skill set of these guys or just ranking?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter of the skill set or the ranking. And the reason why I'm going to say that is because most people that's tuning in can't fucking tell the difference. The most people that's buying those pay-per-views can't fucking tell the difference. You know how many motherfuckers gonna probably fucking buy this pay-per-view for some fucking Covington versus Woodley just to watch, just on hopes that Covington whoops fucking Tyrone Woodley's ass?
Oh, that's
I hate that motherfucker, yo. Are they fighting?
Yeah, they're fighting. Go ahead, Walker.
You know how many motherfuckers
that nigga Covington, bro.
You know, if that
he's
shit ain't
propaganda central, nigga. That nigga's a bitch for Donald Trump, yo.
If that shit ain't pay-per-view, they dumb as fuck, because it ain't the first time that they put Covington in a pay-per-view fucking fight.
Yo, I hope Tyrone Woodley choke this nigga out, bro. Real talk.
Go ahead, Walker.
I was gonna say, like, what Michael's going off of. They are very dynamic because I'm not sure if you guys follow it as much, but
I do, yeah.
The baddest motherfucker belt between Jorge Masvidal and Nate Diaz was one of the big things that they did.
Yo, Michael Johnson
and Nate Diaz is barely 500.
You need a cash app, bro. I'm gonna tell you.
Hold on. I'm gonna go and let me get a beer real quick.
You need a fucking cash app. Fuck the beer. You need a cash app.
Ronald, did you see when Kamaru Usman fought Colby Covington?
Yeah, that was a tear up, man. Those guys, that's the thing. Two crotch sniffers always get in there and start fighting on the feet. But when you have a striker and a crotch sniffer, it's going to go to the ground.
Usman has fucking cleaned that division out, right? We're talking about UFC. I'll quickly get off it. But the fight this weekend, that's a super fight within the UFC because that's been brewing for years.
Wow. Yeah. Oh, so they going head to head with
watch. Let me tell you something.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't take your time with it. Say what you got to say. You don't got to rush.
No, go ahead. Who's Ronald?
No, I was telling Watcher.
Yo, I didn't know UFC was on this week. I'm a boxing head, bro. I didn't even know they was on this week, yo.
No, that's all right.
Yeah, I didn't know till Monday they were on. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was that fight was meant to happen about 2 years ago, and that is that should be on pay-per-view, but I got the fight pass, so it's free pretty much. You just you pay for it, and then you watch the preliminaries, and then you watch the main card, and it's a solid card as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna steal that shit because I don't really watch UFC. I'm gonna
stream it.
Yeah, but fights like that should be on pay-per-view because the that rivalry, like, they hate each other. Today they couldn't even do a press conference, but boxing can't really do what the UFC do. They can't really put a belt in there like the baddest mother effer belt, Nate Diaz, Jorge Masvidal. They can't, there isn't like a Nate Diaz and Conor McGregor sort of skill. Like, Nate Diaz is a terrible fighter. Like, he's really shit.
It's not. He's barely 500.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell y'all this one thing. As if boxing catches up, the only thing UFC got to do is bring back pride.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pride.
Yep. Yeah. You know what? UFC always did have pride though, because I ain't gonna lie. I live in a state where, like, when you walk out the door, you might go to a party and somebody might actually want to wrestle you or fucking do some UFC shit on you. So it's better than boxing because they see us as black people and they don't want to box. They rather fucking wrestle you. I'm gonna keep it real.
Well, it's because it's an anomaly. It's like black people in America were swimming.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, when I'm done what I gotta say, go ahead, watch it and continue. But what I'm saying is that, at one point, people was considering the gridiron and boxing as the you know, the how would you want to say, back in the Roman what's that word for the back in the Roman days when the motherfuckers in the
Gladiator.
Coliseum?
Gladiator
Sport,
Gladiator sport.
right? And then when UFC comes around, you know, they got wrestling, they got elbows, they got Muay Thai, Common Grind there, they got everything in there, you know, that's every fight technique around in a repertoire, and they're supposed to be able to use them against each other. You got all these motherfuckers' eyebrows getting knocked off. You got shit like that. You got
the fish
you know,
hooks.
yeah, the fish hooks. You know what I'm saying?
No.
It's like then
They used to kick people in the nuts.
nah,
Damn,
it wasn't
wow.
a nut shot never was illegal, but never was legal.
Nigga, if somebody kicked me in the nuts, I'm choking their ass out, bro.
But
I knew you could. I knew. Yeah, you're right. It wasn't illegal.
It never was.
It wasn't legal.
But it wasn't catching shit.
Yeah.
They just wasn't catching shit. Because y'all, I don't know if you remember, Watcher, but UFC, you at one point
you could stomp somebody out.
At one point,
stomp somebody out.
The only way you can get it is if you bought it on VHS.
Yeah.
And then at one point you could get the pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? But the VHSs and the DVDs started circulating because after the fact, because remember there wasn't no YouTube. So in order for you to watch that fight after the fact, you either had to have a website that had it on there, or you had to have MRIC or some type of peer-to-peer spot that lets you download the fight. But that shit took like fucking a whole day. You know what I'm saying? So now you have things, because remember that was back when shit used to be like your hard drive was like what 200, 250 megs or gigabytes.
Yeah.
No, I think it was megs. And then it bumped up. The biggest was like 200 20. No, it was 250 megs. You know what I'm saying? And you trying to download that shit off of Merc.
Mm.
You know, I don't know if y'all know about Merc, but yeah, that Merc used to be the dark web. MRIC used to be the dark web. But then, you know, it got bigger and bigger and bigger. It's just, you know, but really to tell you the truth over here, like Ron said, he right. It's like, so let me tell you something before back in the days before I joined the Navy, right?
Yeah.
I used to spar this dude, like help him out, get my ass beat every fucking day and shit.
Yeah.
And shit like that.
Yeah, I know that story, yo.
He just wanted this. He told me he just wanted a skinny dude to just move around and just stick him. You know what I'm saying? But he used to beat my ass, right?
Yep. I know those
goddamn day. Right? I didn't learn a damn thing. That's how bad it was. I just went there to have fun. But right when I tried to join the membership, dude, this was like in 2006. Them motherfuckers told me $150 a month.
Oh shit!
You know what I said? I told that dude, man, suck my dick. You know what I'm saying? I told him, like, suck my dick. You know how many times I've been in this motherfucking gym? You know what I'm saying?
Yo, you gotta pay to play, bro.
Like, you want me to pay $150, and y'all know I'm coming there, helping the homie out, get my ass whooped, coming back day in, day out, bruises all over me and shit like that, black eyes and shit. I got a regular job, and motherfuckers looking at me like I'm crazy, coming into work, my fucking eye all fucking blown up, or my lips looking like Jimmy Walker's.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Now, watch her. Go ahead and continue. What was you saying, baby?
Yeah. I was gonna say as well, with the fighters themselves, a lot of them got good skill sets, whether it's on the ground, whether it's clinch work, whether it's just on the stand up. But there's a lot of fighters with a lot of losses. You look at someone like Jorge Masvidal. He's got like 35 wins and 14 losses. But people love him because he brings the heat. He's got that Scarface mentality. People love Nate Diaz because he's a dumbass. He's got no brain cells, and he does all these gang signs and shit. It's the guys like Woodley talk about.
Can I tell you about Nate Diaz though?
Ooh,
Nick or Nate?
No, both of them. They not dumbasses. Them dudes are. If you look at their background, a lot of motherfuckers wish they had that. A lot of motherfuckers in the UFC wish they had.
That's grit. That's grit.
At least a bit of the heart that they have.
That's
lot
grit,
of people.
yo.
And the reason why I say that is because if you look at where they came from in the UFC and you look at where they are right now, motherfuckers are still know that they're going to get money, but guess what? They might not win that fucking fight. They might not. Conor McGregor, look at his first fight with one of them Diaz boys. That was a brutal fight. They might sound a little bit punks drunk, you know what I'm saying? But they even, got the UFC to at least allow a certain amount of weed for people to smoke. You know why? I'm gonna tell you why. Because there's so many amount of like Colvin Covington. When you start listening to motherfuckers about him, a lot of motherfuckers will tell you he shouldn't be fighting.
Okay.
Because something wrong with him.
Yeah, exactly. You know what, man? You got Mike. You on top of the game today, bro. That's deep.
Something wrong with him.
Yeah, something wrong with Covington.
A lot of people say it. A lot of people say something wrong with him. Even Michael J. White says something wrong with him. You know why Michael J. White says something wrong with him? Because Michael J. White trains with Michael Bisping all the time.
Okay.
And he saw the dude one time. He was like, bruh, I don't want to say nothing bad about nobody, but I just wish him the best. And I just hope that he take care of himself. You know why he said that? When you watch the interview? Because before that, the dude was talking about people with fucking problems. When Nate Diaz fought Conor McGregor the first time, Nate Diaz didn't even fucking train. When you're in California, right, where I'm from,
yeah,
you know what a bum straight off the beach look like.
Oh shit. That's
what he said.
That's real as fuck, yo.
He said, man, I'm like a bum straight off the beach. When he said that, I knew exactly what he was talking about.
Yo, dog, I know dudes like that. They just fucking warriors.
Them dudes, let me tell you something. You go to a beach and you're gonna see a white dude. His skin tone look almond brown, just like a black dude. He been outside so long.
Exactly.
Right? Right? But that motherfucker right there, with that heat, that California heat, on that sand, walking all day, surfing, fishing, stuff like that.
Volleyball fucking bitches, getting drunk. You know what I mean? Like just being a fucking hippie.
I don't care if it was a beach wino. Ain't no beach wine. Ain't nobody sitting by the beach in California and not in shape.
Exactly.
Or don't know how to fight.
That's fucking Nate Diaz. Real talk.
Watch it. You go to California. You go to some of them beaches, and you gonna see a group of about 10 fucking homeless people sitting there.
Nigga, that's me every day in Vermont, nigga. Let's keep it real. Like
you gonna see that. I'm talking about bums. You gonna see that.
I'm a bum, nigga. Fuck it.
You gonna know who the alpha male is, because guess that motherfucker. You gonna have to fight that motherfucker if you gonna have to. I'm telling you.
Yo, dog, I'm getting a kick out of this shit because it's true.
But Roy said Willie lost his last fight, so he gassed a lot to prove it. Man, let me tell you something about that. Oh, the underrated darkness. Hear that link, baby. I ain't seen you in a minute. But that's my fault too, because I've been seeing you go live.
The grinder in the building.
I'll be at work in between.
The number one grinder in the building.
I'll be at work and I can't be I got that new Galaxy, that new Galaxy and I keep forgetting my headphones. And I work in the office space, so I
Oh,
can't be
what?
listening to a lot of positivity stuff like that. But I'm gonna tell y'all this about that last Tyrone Woodley fight. He didn't look right.
I don't even watch UFC, but I hear you. I need to watch it.
He's been like that for the Gilbert Burns fight, which was his last fight, and he's been like that for the Kamaru Usman fight. His style throughout the years has been it was more diverse, and as soon as he started getting comfortable with that right hand, he started backing up to the cage and trying to land one shot. And because he's so big for that division, he gasses like a lot. So this is a hard fight for him. But
I
you
mean,
are right, Michael. He didn't look himself still.
no, what I'm saying is like you know more than me, so I'm not gonna contest you. You know what I'm saying? You know more than me. I'm not gonna sit up over here and be like, I watch it all the time, but something didn't look right. But but then that, which is funny, how they made this fight, Kobe Covington, and let me like, I don't know if you're paying attention to, which is I don't know, American politics, right? So Kobe Covington and Dana White recently is in the same picture hugging up with Donald Trump. And then this fight happens.
I've seen that.
And then you said it?
I've seen it.
Oh, okay. And then this fight happens. So it's kind of like, damn, he dropped off. Okay, if he come back, yeah, I'll keep the window open just in case he come back. Ron. Oh, his phone probably died. But it just seems kind of funny. Like, you know, you got Woodley on you know, 2 losses in a row, right?
Yeah.
Right? You got Woodley and 2 losses in a row. You got Woodley getting bad mouth about Dana White, about his wins that he had in the octagon, because he's saying that it wasn't good for fans and stuff like that. But one thing that we know about the UFC is they don't pay their fighters a lot. So why should you take a lot of damage? And not only that is that sometimes you're only as good as your last fight, you know, and the UFC, the way it works, the way it seems to me is that it doesn't matter who you is. It just matters if you can get the fans to appreciate you for a certain point of time. People appreciated Ronda Rousey until she got athletics feet upside her goddamn lips. You know what I'm saying? Then after that, you know, people wasn't all up on her, you know, and we see we see people go, and we see people come and they go. We see the you know, them grow and then they go away. I just wish that, you know, there was 2 fighters. I forget the other guy's name. He had, you know, fairly long hair, but he wasn't with the UFC. I forget his name. I wish he would have went to the UFC. I wish I don't know what George St. Pierre's problem is, health wise, but I wish that he could have stuck around longer. Because I was real. Hey, Laws Deep, Punch Out, man. Thanks, man, for hitting them up. Nice to see you, my brother, man. I know it's late out there, so I'm not going to ask you to get on. But George St. Pierre, man, and I forget the other guy's name is Farber.
You're right, Faber.
Yeah. I wish he went to the UFC and fought a little bit longer, because he didn't.
Uriah was in the UFC.
He didn't fight that long.
No, he didn't. He got ate up recently, so you know. But
yeah, but George St. Pierre is one of them. I wish that could have. But UFC, the way it is, and they work out and shit like that, and the way he was looking, you know, cut up and shit like that. That's some hard work, bro.
You saw? Did you see when George St. Pierre fought Bisping though? Like, are you aware that he did make that fight?
He made it. I didn't see that
Yeah,
one.
he became he made history. He became a 2-weight world champion. He came back after 2013 was when he left, and then he came back in 2017 and he beat Bisping for the middleweight title.
Where
and
he
then
at now?
He officially retired after that because there was a fight, Woodley versus GSP. That's what a lot of us wanted. But you heard Dana and one of George St. Pierre's coaches saying it's a high risk, low reward thing. Whereas they said if you move up and fight someone that's not as good, a weight class above, you know, it was still history made. But like after he won against Bisping in 2017, he retired. And
so you basically saying is that they was not gonna make that fight. So you basically saying is like, even if that fight was to happen, because let's just say it. Let's just keep it real. Underrated. What's happening, baby? We're gonna get to you, baby. So this is how I see the UFC, right? When they do pay-per-views. The fighters that's fighting that night, as far as how much money they generate from the concessions, and well, they probably don't get the concession, they probably just get the gate. Because the concessions, no matter how much food and beer is sold, they could probably use that money, if they get that money, to pay for the lights, right? The bills. The amount of money you get for the gate and the amount of money they get for the pay-per-view, I don't even think they've been giving their fighters 30% of that.
I take it.
I don't even think they've been giving their fighters 30% of that. And for George St. Pierre said that's a high risk, low reward. That had nothing to do with Tyrone Woodley. Had everything to do with the UFC.
Yeah, but that came also from someone on George St. Pierre's team. That's just their words.
But you see what I'm saying? That means that
I understand.
That means that if they say high risk, low reward, there either has to have a assumption on how much money they was getting,
yeah,
or there had to be an offer.
Yeah, but you know what? That in the end, that didn't even follow through. So that was that. I made the Bisping fight, and yeah, history from then on.
Yeah, you know, and as far as what Michael J. White said, he said actually Michael Bisping is actually a good, decent fighter. You know what I'm saying? He said that Michael J. White said that in the gym one time he got up in there, you know, a little bit out of shape, and Michael Bisping whooped his ass, wore him out. He said he didn't last 2 rounds, and Michael Bisping was all up on his ass. He said, and Michael J. White would just say, it's like, hey man, that's just how it goes. You think you're just gonna go up in here and just whoop anybody ass, man? This is how it goes with combat sports like this. Like today might be your day, and tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? Somebody might wear your ass out.
Yep.
Underrated, man. Let me say hi to underrated. Underrated. What's happening?
What's good with y'all, yo? Glad to be here. Been a minute.
Okay, underrated. Let me tell you something, bruh. Let me tell you something. We ain't chopped it up in a long time. You ain't hit me up. I ain't. Well, I ain't hit you up either. So let's not try to act like I'm just trying to pick on your ass, right? But you know what? I'm kind of interested in why on your YouTube channel I ain't seen no plates of food. Because usually you'll be like, okay, this is the special of the night and dessert. You know what I'm saying? Because you know you ain't fat, but you a fat kid.
You stupid. Nah, I just have to slow that down because I want to do something different on my channel. I've been having it, but I don't be doing it as much as I used to. I want to do something different.
Watcher, let me tell you something. This dude used to be on live and nobody cared about his fucking main course. It was dessert. This motherfucker. God damn. The desserts. Anyways, underrated, man. So what you think about these fights, man, coming up, boxing wise.
I hope it's okay.
Have you been paying attention to boxing? Because you don't talk about boxing that much lately. But have
I
you been
do,
paying?
I do, I do. I'm trying to get people to come. I want to talk about boxing, but I don't want to start it up and nobody don't come. And at the same time, YouTube be taking away subs too.
Yeah, yeah, they do. That's why I can't get over 250.
Yeah,
But I'm okay with it.
but I do want to do talk about boxing. I do in the near future. I really do because it's time to
Did
get
you,
into it.
so did you? Okay, we're gonna hit on this one.
Okay.
And I think this one's a good one because I think we all heard enough about this shit. What y'all think about the back and forth with Haney and Gary Russell? Because Haney has been calling Devin Haney has been calling Gary Russell Mr. Cap.
Well, what I think about it though, Gary Russell be calling people out too. I mean, Russell seemed like he couldn't get a fight in the division, so gotta do something. He getting old.
Watcher, what you got?
It's all bullshit. I'm bored of it. I haven't been paying attention to it much, as you know. Not much more to say. It's just a lot of bullshit. People fucking Bill Haney, just as usual, jaw jabbing and too much. I don't know what to say about it. I really don't. Like I haven't been paying much attention. I'm very big on people talking a lot about fights because you can talk and then it not get made, and then there's fingers pointed everywhere. It's just I don't know, man. But you know what? I'd like to see it. I hope it actually does go through, so then we can see who comes out on top.
So you basically saying is that you heard enough, and you just tired of the wet dream with it.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't blame you on that. Tyrone, what you got to say? You on mute, Tyrone. Tyrone. You better call on Tyrone. Call him. Come on, Tyrone. Get off mute, boy. Well, anyways, when Tyrone comes back, he probably lifting some weights. But Ronald Finkley, man, if you send me a super chat, my shit going straight to Tyrone anyways. If I had a cash app, man, because my man's a college student and all that stuff, man. He's trying to do big things, and I'm not trying to say he need charity or whatever, man, but if I had some extra money, I sure would, lace my homie down. But as far as that is concerned, is that I'm not in. I can't pay attention to all that shit, man. It's too much talking back and forth. I know I can always go back and listen to this and listen to that. I don't have time for that shit, man. Like I do, but I don't want to get myself invested into one fight. Hey, I don't want to get myself invested into one fight and just not to get a nut. You know what I'm saying? So I the way I look at it is that I made a video before Bill, I like to call him Wild Buffalo Bill, and Batman came on some of these LDBC channels, and I told everybody, man, like I don't think the fight is happening no time soon, and that I think that we should just fall back and let these guys handle what they need to do behind the scenes. My whole thing about it is that, as a boxing fan, when we hear about good fights and insinuations of this fighter calling out this other fighter, I don't give a fuck. Like, I wouldn't if I was a fighter. If I was Terrence Crawford, I wouldn't be worried about Gary Russell calling me out. If I was Earl Spence, I wouldn't be worried about Gary Russell calling me out. if I was any fighter in boxing that was worth a damn, that is able to get more money, you know, than $2-3 million. I'm not worried about a fucking Gary Russell. I'm worried about the shit that's in front of me so I can get some more. Gary Russell is the one that needs everybody else. And after the first interview, that's what I got. And after what I seen online, even before the first interview, that's what I got. Gary Russell is the one that needs everybody else. Nobody needs Gary Russell. So Gary Russell, I said on the stream that maybe, what he should do, if feasible, if he think he's that guy, is to move to 147 and fight somebody and solidify himself up there with everybody that's there right now before they move up. See what I'm saying? And the reason why I say that is because, boxing fans aren't the type of fans that sit up over here and want to hear what the fuck you got to say. They want you to show them. So if you're not showing me anything, then because we the consumers, you know what I'm saying? Well, it doesn't matter if it's boxing or whatever. The people that's tuning in are the consumers. And if you don't give the consumers a good product, the consumers are going to go somewhere else. You see what I'm saying? So, because right now, the only people that's watching Gary Russell on TV is hardcore boxing fans. And hardcore boxing fans doesn't amount to the whole smorgasbords of fighters. I mean, of people that's going to tune in. Like when there's a pay-per-view, you hear pay-per-view that makes $1 million. How many people what's the ratio that you think of hardcore boxing fans to casuals that's buying that pay-per-view? Then that pay-per-view made did a million pay-per-view sales, like views. 1 million people bought a pay-per-view. So how many people of that do you think is casual or hardcore? Not 50% of them guys is hardcore. Them casuals, the ones that's gonna come up in here and not know a lick of nothing of what's been going on. Because back in the days, remember, they had a magazine and they had newspaper clippings. So you had to either read the magazine or you have to read the newspaper to know what's going on. See what I'm saying? And then when you read the magazine and you read the newspaper, what happens is, you got people that can read between the lines and you got people that can't read in between the lines. But the people that can read in between the lines, they get outweighed by the people that can't. You see what I'm saying? And that's been going on for a very long time. So people can't sit up over here and act like this is something new when it comes to boxing. Ain't nobody is trying to watch Devin Haney in a pay-per-view with nobody. You know what I'm saying? Not only that, how many people is going to sit up over here and watch? No. I'm not trying to fucking sit up over here and downplay Devin Haney's boxing abilities or downplay Gary Russell's boxing abilities. But when them two guys combine together in the pay-per-view, how many people is gonna watch that in America? Like, buy the shit.
Not
you see
many.
what I'm saying? And guess what? Maybe because my opinion is that Gary Russell is the one that can't come up with 1.5 or 2 million to give somebody no. Gary Russell is the one that can't give nobody 1.5 or $2 million to get a fight going. He can't. Crawford, look at him. He's in damn near a slave contract with Bob Arum, the pamper wearer. Let me read some of these. Ronald Phoenix said, I sent my son money. He in college all day. That's how you do it, bruh. Take care of them little dudes, man. Yeah, I know they appreciate it. Lost D, the homie, said, peace out, everyone. Man, you ain't going nowhere, man. You better keep my
what's going on, Lost D? See you in a minute.
Yeah, you ain't going nowhere. I know it's late as fuck over there, though. Ronald said Gary is not getting the Devin Haney fight. You damn right. Real boxing talk worldwide. I can't sugarcoat. He said we are the boxing heads. Yeah, I'm glad to hear Core. Gary's about to get slept. You know what? I think so. Ronald Finger said Devin Haney is on a whole nother level. I don't think that. You know. I see Gary Russell as throwing too many too many shots too many pity pats. You know what I'm saying? He got fast hands and stuff like that, but he throws a lot of pity pats. And that's what get him a lot of them points. But he doesn't have, I don't know what kind of power he would have when he moved, if he was to move to 147. But, you know, at this stage and the weight division that he's in, you know what I'm saying, and the state of boxing, he has to move up if he wants people to take him serious. You know, some people want to say, look, I'm not going to fucking nuke this shit. And that means overanalyze. I don't care what Bill said. I don't care what Batman said. I don't care what Devin Haney said. I don't care what none of them dudes said. Nobody has to take an offer that is not conducive to them. If the offer doesn't make sense, I would not take nothing as a duck, because I'm not going to sit up over here and nuke a conversation between two guys and then say that it has to be a duck. No, you don't have to take anything. I don't give a fuck if it's $5. If you offer to do 1.5 and the guy came back and offered you for 500,000, if I was Devin Haney, I'm not taking it. Why would I take something when I offered the guy more than that? Not only on that, what I would say is, only way, if I was Devin Haney, I take the 500,000 as if the 500, as if it was a percentage. If the contract said at the end of the night, this is the guaranteed, but later on, when we tally everything up, if we do good, this is the percentage you get. That's the only way I would take it. I mean, there's some other stimulations within that can stop the fight from happening on Devin Haney's side, but that's a starting point.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not taking anything. Like, why would you take anything? I don't care what was said. Everything has to be within reason. Everything in life. I don't care what, you know what? I'm gonna ask yourselves this. How many people within your lifetime that actually goes by their fucking word? What they say is what the fuck they mean. See what I'm saying? There ain't that fucking many people that you met that fucking stays by their fucking word. So why the fuck am I going to ask somebody, am I going to uphold somebody that's supposed to give me what the fuck I want to a higher standard that motherfuckers in my life haven't been giving me? See what I'm saying? Motherfuckers in my life haven't been living up to their fucking word. So I'm going to uphold some boxer that I don't fucking know to a higher standard than that. And I'm supposed to be the consumer, and they supposed to be the ones give me what the fuck I want because I pay their fucking I pay their fucking way of life. You want to drive Ferraris? You want to drive Maseratis? You want to live in mansions? You want to do this and do that? You want to go on extravagant fucking eatery sprees? You want to go on extravagant fucking vacation sprees? I'm the one that's paying for that. So why would I hold you to a higher standard? I'm not going to nuke, and I'm not going to overanalyze this shit. I'm going to dumb it down. Why would I expect somebody to sit up over there and take less because they said some bullshit that probably, look, when you on a live stream and you on Live Live in the Color and you negotiating a fight in Live Live in the Color, you can't expect to take every bit of that to entirety. You can't, because people are going to say shit that they don't mean, that they didn't mean to say, that wasn't right and stuff like that. And you got to take it for what it is. Some of the shit, yeah, you could take as factual shit, but you can't take all of it. When you're negotiating on Front Street, Live Live in the Color, you can't. It don't work like that. If it did work like that, we all be penniless. You see what I'm saying? If we was negotiating a contract, Live Live in the Color, we will all have some fuck ups. It don't work like that. Read some of these comments. Ronald Finger said that's like Spence fighting licking nuts. I call them licking nuts. Nipping nuts. Licking nuts. Ronald Finger said 140 to 147 is a whole new level. Hey, Ron Figley, man, but if you want to be great and you over there talking about some, you spar these big niggas and shit like that, and everybody's moving up, but you.
Right.
Devin Haney is going to go to 147. Spence is going to go past 147. Crawford too. Right? All the dudes at 147, they ain't gonna stay there for some of those guys is, but not the head, not the ones that's running the shit, not the ones that you, the guys that you have to beat. They gonna move up. 147. You know how small you have to be to 147. You 5'8", 5'9", 5'10", 147 pounds.
That's small.
It's a hard cut, you know. Remember Joshua Cloddy, you know, the Ghanaian? He said he was too big for that division, you know, and he was about 5'8", and I remember he fought in Australia and he was too big. He had to move up to junior middle or middleweight, because even Spence, he is huge. Well, not huge, but you know, he's quite big for the division. Same as Ugas. It's hard. It's a hard division alone. With that cut, it makes it even harder.
And it's kind of like, you know, it's kind of like something can happen and your whole weight loss shit could be fucked up. You know what I'm saying? You can't keep doing that shit in perfection forever. There's some guys that can do it due to genetics, but you know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna put it to you like this. You gotta have a fucking life, man. You know, and to be, for me, if I was 147 and I was fighting that motherfucker for 5-6 years, like, I know now well, because you know, I like to barbecue and eat. I won't be happy. You know what I'm saying? And I like my Guinness. Just like, because the reason why I drink Guinness, because that's like my women, dark and thick. You know what I'm saying? And you know, that's hard, man. That's hard. You know, especially you gaining muscle and then you stop training, or you do something for, you know, 2, 3, 4 weeks. You know what I'm saying? That's not right. And you got to get back down, and I don't know, man. I just can't do it. But Neutral Natural said, I want to see the fight date announced. Why talk about negotiating in public? The fans should be talking about style breakdowns. Neutral Natural, I'm going to tell you this. It was a good look. It's always interesting. It was. I'm going to tell you this on my end, like from where I see it. I found it interesting, you know, to see two fighters negotiate in the public. But I never thought the fight was going to happen. See what I'm saying? I never thought the fight was going to fucking happen. But I thought it was a good look for the boxing fans because a lot of these fucking promoters be lying. A lot of these fucking sanctioning bodies be lying. And so it gives you a perspective on why we haven't been getting the fights that we deserve. You see what I'm saying? And they didn't go to a ESPN. They didn't go to a Yahoo's boxing scene. They didn't go to none of these other YouTube channels. They went to somewhere. They went somewhere they could relate to. See what I'm saying? They went somewhere they could relate to. Somebody, a group of people that started from nothing and made it into something the same way how their boxing career has been going. So I don't blame them for negotiating on Front Street just off the strength of the education part of negotiations due to these promoters and a lot of these fighters. Okay. Ronald Finger said neutral natural. That's what's up. I mean, no. Ronald Finger said neutral natural. That's the way I think. And you know what? I would not knock y'all if y'all think the motherfuckers should keep their fucking mouths shut and keep that shit behind closed doors. I ain't mad at y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because I looked at Canelo shit up today and to see if they updated it. They haven't updated anything on the court. Canelo has until the 28th to respond. Ronald Figley said, fuck him up, Mike. I'm listening. All right, homie. I see you still in there. Thanks. Yeah. When I get back on, man, let me know. Neutral Natural said too many mandatories that don't deserve that rankings. Yeah, the mandatories kind of fucked up. Mandatories is I don't like how they put people in positions for eliminators to be a mandatory. I've been talking that for a couple years. I think that a lot of these sanctioning bodies, what they need to do is they need to get these fighters within the top 20 to the fifth or sixth guy from the sixth rank to the 20 or 25th rank. They need to be getting these guys fighting. They need to be getting these guys. I don't give a fuck. It's a tournament. I don't give a fuck what it is. They need to get these guys fighting. We don't see that too often. We see guys come out of nowhere. You know, straight out of fucking nowhere. You know, we can even say Deontay Wilder happened to him. Straight out of nowhere and, you know, becoming a mandatory for somebody and get a belt. So, yeah, you're right. Should be something. American boxers have belts. Who want it? Ronald Finger said, American boxers have belts. Who want it? And he put like 3 Jolly Watchers with his hands run. That's a Jolly Roger right there, Ronald Finger. That's what that's called with your hands up. That flag is a Jolly Roger. Who Roger is, I don't fucking know, but it's called a Jolly Roger. Ronald Finger said, that's motherfucking boxing to me. Ronald Finger said, Gary has been blacked out. I don't know. But I'm going to tell you this one thing. Whoever don't make that fight, whoever fault it is not going to fucking stop their career. It is not. It's not going to stop Devin Haney's for sure. Gary Russell, it might, you know, put a little crutch on it for like 2 seconds, but he's going to be right back and doing what he do. You know what I'm saying? You know, nobody, these boxers don't care. And there's only how many hardcore boxing fans watching Devin Haney fight. You know what I'm saying? Compared to these casuals. Ronald Finger said, not by Devin, no. Ronald Finger said, American boxing fans stand 10 toes down. I think I think what the big misconception is, Ronald Figley, I think is the big misconception is um, American boxing fans. The guy who actually brought up the Tyson Fury glove gate is not even LDBC. It was a white guy. It wasn't Young Pharaoh. And I kept trying to tell people that shit. It wasn't. Young Pharaoh paid for his shit to be on World Star. It wasn't your Young Pharaoh. I don't know if you ever been on World Star Hip Hop to see how videos is submitted. You can't pay money to have your videos submitted expeditiously. And that's what he did. If you're part of the content community and you pay attention for a while, you will know that Young Pharaoh is full of fucking shit. And that's the reason why I don't listen to him. Now, if you believe Young Pharaoh is a cool dude, he ain't full of shit, hey, man, my bad. But as far as I see it, I think he's fucking full of shit.
He comes across as a bit questionable. Even with the whole glove thing, like fucking, he's like, he brought up a picture of the gloves, and he's drawn a hand inside of it, like a sketch of what it would look like underneath. When I saw that, I was like, fuck that, because I thought, and you can understand as well, right? He brought that up and he jumped on that real tight. I mean, he put a freaking petition up and shit, right? And like I said, that's not even the topic, but that shit for me, that's in the past. The fight happened. You can't do anything about it.
Let me tell you what happened, Watcher, because you know, you don't live over here. You look like you got a little melanin in you. I don't know, but you know, I'm black. I don't give a fuck what you is, but let me just say this. The underrated know this. You know this underrated, right?
Yes.
You got Young Pharaoh, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got Hassan, and you got Prophet, right? All button heads. Remember that?
Yes.
All part of the black conscious community up over here. And 78 talks about all the time. Interesting to watch debates on religion and health and stuff like that, but underrated. Like, at some point the talking needs to cease and there has to be action. Right? So what happened was these dudes beefing back and forth. I'm subscribed to them, listening to them, at the bookstore, and shit like that, and stuff like that. Professor Griff and all these guys, black conscious community, and you don't hear no type of action. They're making all this money off of books sales and off of so quote unquote underrated, uplifting black people, right? And they never do a damn thing, right?
Talk.
And so when I'm listening, time and time again, and then I see this motherfucker that never talked about boxing on his shit, and then I see the Black Authority make a video about Deontay Wilder talking about this is what happens when you don't prepare, when he never talks about boxing, and a couple other fucking black motherfucking empowering shit say the same damn thing when they never talk about boxing. You know what I'm saying? It chaps my butt cheeks. So what I gotta do is call them out for what they is. You don't talk about boxing. You don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying? You didn't hit on your video. This is what happens when you don't prepare when it relates to boxing. You just said what the fuck you had to. You just went on a whole tangent about black folks with white people. But guess what? You still haven't done a damn thing to show fucking results from what you're saying. And that's the thing with a whole bunch of motherfuckers on YouTube. You can even include me on this. The way I do it is that every time I get a chance, I tell people straight up, I'm not in the know. I'm not in none of that. Nobody knows my name. I only have 250 subscribers. I can't help you. But what I want you to do, as far as everybody out there in the boxing world, is everybody stand up, whether or not you hate each other's guts or fucking not. Tell these motherfuckers to give us the fights that we fucking want. And it ain't that hard, because I'll be right with you. Mm-hmm. I'm on Twitter every fucking day. On Boxing Kingdom, not Kingdom, Kingdom. The other one, the spoof. Telling these guys, why the fuck you worried about the gloves? You ain't getting no fights. How about we get together and let's get these fights popping? But these is in reality of blackness. If I was one of them channels, let me tell y'all something. If I had as many subscribers as the Black Authority, you know what I'm saying? At some point, I got to get something back. At some point, after all them super chats, after all that monetization money that I got from YouTube, I got to give something back. And I ain't heard a damn thing. I ain't heard a damn thing out of Young Pharaoh, and I ain't heard a damn thing out of the Black Authority. So I'm not, and then, you know, I'm really just saying that because what they had to say about Wilder, but I'm gonna get into Nutrient what they had to say. Daniel Garcia should have fought Ugas to get the title shot. It's funny how Ugas technically won an official WBC title eliminator against Omar Figueroa on Thurman versus Pacquiao card. Imagine if Omar beats Ugas. You know what? I'm gonna tell you this one thing, man. You got to fight. You got to fight. At that point, you know, Ugas should have been fighting. You know, at that point, you know, when you don't get you what, at some point, look at Canelo. What did Canelo do? He said a couple things on Twitter. He looked at this chrono in the press conference, and then when the shit got to the certain point, he had to fucking sue. See what I'm saying? So you have to raise hell a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So if I was Ugas, man, I'm trying to get what I deserve. I'm trying to get what I deserve. So if nobody want to give me what I deserve, I got to start creating noise. Then after I start creating noise, I got to do what I got to do. Straight up. You can't sit around and wait for these guys and for these. I don't know what it is. Like, is it a good old boy club in boxing or something like that? Because with these sanctioned bodies and promoters and shit like that, like, it seems like it's a good old boy club. Let's bypass this guy and hook somebody else up. And then Nugent National goes on to say he would have gotten a title shot quick. Omar Figueroa. Yeah. Nugent National said too many inactive guys. Well, shit. Which weight division you talking about? Nugent National said they both capping. Ronald Finkel laughing. Gary Russell. Nugent National said Gary Russell fighting Fortuna next. I can see that though. I don't know, but I can see it. Ronald Finkel said Devin Haney is not capping. Chat. Ronald Finkel said the Black Authority, he laughing with a I forget what that shit is called. With the one lens. Ronald Finkel said like and subscribe. But what do y'all think about that though, man? Do y'all think that people that don't normally talk about boxing should get on YouTube because of a specific boxing event and talk about it?
Well, I'm gonna give a shot at this. As me also being a content creator, now if they, I'm saying like if they would have stuck to the politics of boxing, that'd be different. But when you talking about the art of boxing, that is a problem to me. If you want to stick to the politics of it, yeah, but you got some they just want to talk about the art of boxing and the hole in the gloves and fundamentals of the offense or defense of boxing. If you never really break down anything in boxing, of anything, you shouldn't say nothing. But
Mm.
also you're gonna have some people say, well, underrated. A person should have the right to say that. Yeah, they should. But if there's certain things you just don't know, I believe that you should ask. I think all or be in the channel and participate in what's going on. To learn about it and stuff. See, for me, there's people telling me like, why are you talking about boxing? Because I know boxing. So shut up.
Right.
Shut up. So,
That's what I would
but
do.
yeah, I did. I said, shut up. I know boxing. So but I said, and they see my channel, I do talk about boxing and MMA. So, but yeah, I get what you're saying, definitely. And then after they say what they have to say, do they come back and learn more about boxing? Do they be in our channels to participate? No.
Ain't
So
seen Young Pharaoh since, huh?
no, I ain't seen nothing since.
That
That's my point.
motherfucker came in and cut his ass.
But some of us support him though.
I'm not. But
I
yeah.
know. I say I'm telling. I see them. So I say, why you reporting this nigga? Like, yo, I seen they be up on certain channels. Like, hold up, yo. I see no.
Well, it's kind of like a lot of people. It's like, you know, I stick to the homies. You know what I'm saying? Um, I stick to my the people that before I even had a channel let me on their channel. You know what I'm saying? And I stick to that. I don't want to go on people's channel now. I got a channel, invite me over there and stuff like that because I think that a lot of people do that shit. Like I'm not shopping around to make a name for myself with boxing. I'm not trying to be this boxing guru or whatever. I don't give a fuck what you call me. You can call me Michael Johnson, casual talking more. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Uh, but what I would tell a lot of people is that, you know, if you're a boxing fan, you have a voice. First of all, you could if you contribute buying these motherfucking sorry ass fights and shit like that, viewing them and stuff like that, you got a voice, and we don't have uh a type of thing like back in the days, dudes could sit on the porch, talk boxing, barbershop, talk about boxing or anything and stuff like that. So I use YouTube with y'all, what I'm saying, the homies coming up in here. Derek Bailey, what's happening? The homies coming up in here and we all chopping it up like we on the porch. You know what I'm saying? Or we hanging outside the liquor store or whatever, playing dominoes. This is how I treat it. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's opinion is appreciated and cool and daddy. I just don't like the disrespect. You know,
Yeah.
you could say this, watch. I mean, the underrated one could say this, Watcher could say this, anybody could say this. I put it to you like this. About the conversation with Reggie Owens. What's happening, homie?
Oh, what's going on? What's going on, brother?
This is what I'm gonna tell folks. When you go on Twitter, or YouTube and you look around, type in LDBC, and you just look at what people got to say. You know, on Twitter, it's not a lot of people, but it's some. YouTube is not a lot of people, but it's some. You know, people more worried about what we got to say. I went on Raphael Dawkins. Now my boy lost D, but Raphael Dawkins channel. And you know, he's saying that, you know, us up over here in LDBC getting you know, Fanon, a couple of guys getting paid by Batman to promote a fake agenda for this fight, right? And I told the guy, like, you know, how you can't prove it. Like, you see a super chat and you're literally gonna tell me like somebody is doing that. And if you really think about it, I'm not a pocket watcher, and I'm not gonna say this, but read between the lines. I'm not a fucking pocket watcher, but reading between the lines. You think $100 or $300 they give a fuck about is gonna get them to fucking promote a fight? And I'm not a pocket watcher, but reading between the lines. You know what I'm saying? And when you also think about these guys, is that they have to concede. They have to concede to one thing, that no matter what it is, Fanon, for a fact, 78, for a fact, if you want to say that because of what Barbershop Conversations had to say on this channel, and Batman saying, well, I paid you this and I paid him that, blah, 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 with the whoop. Everybody was talking about this fight before Devin Haney and all them guys came on their channel. Everybody on YouTube. Then they come through. Now all of us, and then days go on. He says this, but we all seen the super chats that Batman has been sending everybody. What I'm saying is that at the end of the day, when you really look at it, it doesn't matter what you think, if it's paid promotion by the LDBC for a fight that didn't happen or a fight that could have happened. It don't matter. You have to concede that you worried about and you like what the fuck is going. You entertained, nigga. You came to a LDBC channel and you was entertained for fucking 3 fucking whole weeks. Damn near for 3 whole weeks. Damn near 7 days out of a week. You was entertained by 3 LDBC channels with Devin Haney and Gary Russell or Bill Haney and Batman for 3 whole weeks, 7 days a week. And I ain't seen one boxing scene. No one of these guys come out here. You know what? Even Edward Hearn had to lean back. Edward Hearn came out, started talking about some other fucking shit, some other fucking fights that nobody nobody was talking about. But guess what? He didn't say nothing else. He didn't say nothing about this shit, the subject. Why can't it happen, Edward? Eddie. Fuck you, Eddie. Why you ain't giving this fight this, Eddie? What? For what? If you gonna say this, let me tell y'all something. First of all, Matchroom Boxing is the one with the setup. Matchroom Boxing is the one with the setup. Matchroom Boxing is the one that's going to set up the ring, get the arena, and all that shit, right? Do the promoting and all that shit, right? set up all these motherfuckers to ask you all kind of bullshit ass kissing questions, right? Unlike motherfuckers in the LDBC, right? And the zone is the one to air it. And the zone is the one to air it. The zone just air the fights. So you mean to tell me December 7th or whatever date they can figure out that's feasible for them, they can't fucking find a date? They can't find a date? Gary Russell only fights one time a year. So what if you don't fight by the end of this year? Or go over there and fight a bum like the rest of these motherfuckers been fighting? You mean to tell me that everybody around here, they can't find a date for that fight? It ain't got to be this year. It could be early next year, January, February, March. Right? They can't find a fucking date. They can fight whoever the fuck they want to, come to together and fight a fight. They can't do that. The zone is the motherfucker that need niggas to box. They the ones that's broadcasting, and the zone is the one that's supposed to what? Have the setup. That's the shit I don't understand. And that's the reason why I ain't gonna dig too deep and nuke about the shit. It doesn't make any sense. You either want to air the fight or you fucking don't. You either want to find a venue or you fucking don't. Or you too invested on a particular fucking date because you have obligations with other fighters that have them fight. What makes you think that that Matchroom and the Zone don't have obligations to put fighters on their undercard? To where they obligated to give them X amount of fights a year, right? X amount of fights a year. They ain't main event fighters, they undercard fighters. X amount of fights a year. Up over here. Up over or up over there. And they got to get them a fight. Mm-hmm. And them two guys are not big enough to sway their pendulum. So I don't know what it is. It don't seem right. If Canelo has a deal with the Zone or Matchroom that says that they obligated to give X amount of fights a year, who else got one up over here? That they shit ain't been fucking fulfilled. Who else up over there signed the Matchroom Boxing in the UK that ain't been fulfilled? And they can get them up over here and have a fight, or the guys up over here can have a fight. It's not that simple. It's not that simple to say that, they December 7th, 28th, 26th, whatever other dates they had, or this guy is ducking, that guy is ducking. It's not that simple. Trick Noti, what's happening? It's not that simple. I don't know. But I can tell you this. I know for a fact it ain't that simple. But if the Zone and Matchroom Boxing really thought they was getting the bread, they'll move that fucking date. They will part the fucking Red Sea, just like Moses did. Watch, what you got to say about that?
You said a lot.
No, okay. We'll say something about this. Let me say this again, because we're gonna keep it short. Then you can talk. I gotta use the bathroom, but because I was talking a lot. But let me say this part. The Zone and Matchroom, right? When you hear about obligations that they have with fighters, with X amount of fights they have to have a year, what I'm thinking is that the Zone, that December 7th date, the reason why they fixed on it, or having a fight this year and not negotiating later on, because they can always negotiate later on and get a fight. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, I think that to them, the fight ain't that big enough to move. Do you think that? Because there's fighters probably got to be on that undercard that's probably under contract too.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they don't think it's big enough. Probably, yeah. And then you got to, I mean, would they take into consideration crowd?
I'll put it like this. In America, right? Deontay Wilder was doing a million pay-per-view. A million views, non-pay-per-view on a couple of his events, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was making a decent amount of money, right? These pay-per-view events, the reason why they get $20 million is because they up a lot of those ticket sales around the ring, right? They're not going to get fucking $20 million in ticket sales, right? They're not. If Wilder, if you think about it, you're not going to get $20 million for Devin Haney versus Gary Russell for gate. You're not. You're not going to get that for the gate. The most money you're going to get is from the zone worldwide. Not just America, but worldwide. See what I'm saying? Because technically, it is pay-per-view. Technically, it is. Unless you pay up front for that $100, you pay monthly, that's pay-per-view. You paid to watch the shit. $20. That's where most of $20 or that $100 they spent, that's where most of the money they're gonna fucking get. It ain't the gate.
Yeah. I've never just honestly with the whole design thing, I've never really liked their style. And this is probably being a little picky and everything, but watching Showtime and even watching, I know a lot of us aren't Edward Hearn fans, but with his matchroom fights that are on Sky, but Sky Sports, they do. This is probably not as relevant, but just their layout.
So you saying it? So you saying it's a little bit flamboyant?
With what?
The bells and whistles, like there's always got to be like some weird, the lighting, the aesthetics, the atmosphere. The atmosphere is different.
The atmosphere. Yeah, I just don't. Well, not completely, but I don't know. Just what the zone's given out, just the fights as well. It's never appealed to me. I don't know. Just from watching it from the start, and seeing fights, it doesn't do it for me in any aspects really. I mean, I've seen Michael Hunter on there a lot of times. Obviously, I've watched the Joshua fight with Ruiz, the two fights on Sky, but then I watched back on the Zone. Just everything with it. I don't know. I like Showtime and everything, and yeah, because like down here in Australia, I mean, what do we got? We got Main Event, and that's really just some sort of way to get, because the Jeff Horn Tim Tszyu fight, that was ESPN. I don't know if you guys watched that.
Yo, you said Jeff Horn?
Yeah, Jeff Horn.
Who is he fighting?
He fought Tim Tszyu.
No, like who is he fighting next?
I don't know.
Damn.
He'll probably go retire now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, I think over here we got a bit, well, not me, because I'd never heard of him before he fought Manny. I never heard of him. He was just a PE teacher, you know.
Yeah.
But, we all got. When I say we, exclude me, but a lot of Australians got on the high horse about him. The next big thing, and he did a lot here, you know, for exposure and everything with boxing. But never at the perceived level, really. The Pacquiao win was good, but it was close. Once you jump in there with guys like Crawford, you find a lot out, and we found a lot out. It was pretty one-sided, and then he came back and he fought Mundine, and then he went up to, I think, junior. No, he went up to middleweight and he fought.
Be quiet.
Oh, I thought you told me to be quiet. You telling me to be quiet?
Yeah. I think he's snoring. I think underrated snoring. I heard it snoring. Yeah, but that last fight, I thought Jeff Horn was gonna win it, but
against him.
Yeah, get your boys too. But I thought he was gonna get it, but you know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's where I try to tell a lot of people is like, I think a lot of fighters just have to get outside the box, man. Sometimes, like some of these American fighters, they should go to the UK and come back. They should go. Boxing shouldn't just be, yo, that nigga sleeping.
Yeah, he is.
I bored the hell out of that motherfucker. I put that nigga to sleep.
That's so funny.
He put himself on mute. He heard us.
That's what I said.
I didn't put him on mute. He heard that shit. He act like we didn't hear that snore, that big ass snore.
Oh my God. That was too good.
Yeah.
He probably got them headphones on. I heard me laughing.
Yeah, I went to sleep, but it's true what you're saying though.
Nigga, you was asleep, nigga. Shut up.
No, I'm talking about when I went to sleep. I'm not talking about when I first before that we got to demand these fights. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah, take your ass back to sleep. Joking with you, underrated. You know that's my boy, man. You know I gotta fuck with him. Hey man, I gotta get up out of here, man, because I'm fucked up.
All right,
I'm drunk in the motherfucker.
What about this weekend? You gonna be on Loz's channel?
Hey man, if it ain't mine, tomorrow Friday, right? So, if it ain't mine, it's Laws. We got to go on Laws though, man, because Law was tripping last week, man. He was too tired. So I'm gonna ask Laws tomorrow because I prefer Laws to set a reminder so when he go live, like people know he about to go live. See that I'm hiccuping because of that's that beer.
What time did he usually go live?
Laws go late because he out of the UK, but he go live like 5-6 my time, and I'm in Michigan, and that'd be like, close, 5, yeah, that'd be close to like 10, 11 o'clock up over there.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
So that's the reason why I be telling him, but he got his son and shit, so he got to do his thing, so he don't. He like to take care of business before he get on live. He don't like to, just bounce on the sun and shit like that and get on this thing. But we're gonna figure it out because if it ain't mine, you know what, Watcher, we might go. You might as well. We might as well go either you. I think what we should do if Laws can't go live, we should go to your channel or we should go to Tyrone's channel.
Well. Yeah,
it's up to you. I'm not. No, if you're not comfortable with it, there's no biggie. I'm not trying to fucking sit up over here and bogart you and shit like that. If you're not comfortable with it, because I say a whole bunch of niggas and fuck you, suck my dick. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not trying to,
I'm not bothered on that or anything. No, it's fine. When, like, if Tyrone and Loz aren't I'm going to be on what time? Because right now it's 2 p.m. where I am. Just
Where you
about.
at? If you don't mind asking, where you at?
You don't know the accent?
It's damn. It's 2 p.m. So that's fucked up. 'Cause
Damn, yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nah.
You know what?
What we could do is like, because if it's 2 p.m., we can go.
I'll be up earlier though. You know.
I go live on Laws. Then if you don't show up, you could just hit me up, and I can come to yours, and we can come to yours if it's feasible for us.
Yeah,
Okay.
and underrated, you are welcome on the channel as well, by all means.
Yeah, God, yeah, no doubt.
And anyone else in the chat as well. But yes, snoring. Yeah, just Mike, I might, if no one else is live, I'll hit you up and then you can hit the rest up and I'll be live.
Yeah,
Like tomorrow or the day after, over the weekend.
Around this time tomorrow. Hit me up tomorrow.
All right, cool.
Because if I'm not doing nothing tomorrow, I get on. But yeah, I'm probably not doing shit, but some video games and some barbecuing.
Mike, let me ask you a question. You still got my email?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was thinking about maybe I'll do some boxing on Sunday. If y'all want to come, just let me know ahead of time so I can set it up.
Sunday's cool until mid-October for me.
Okay.
Mid-October, I'll be doing kayak fishing. So
okay.
Yeah, it's supposed to have a run for fish mid-October, so I'm gonna go and try to get some of that walleye.
Oh yeah, cause sometimes I want to do some boxing on during the week too, and I did one version of late boxing too. That was like maybe 2 years ago. And I'm thinking about start that up too.
Yeah, I think the next cooking video I'm gonna do curry duck.
Curry duck.
Yeah, my homegirl got a duck. It's getting the duck is it's a big ass fucking duck too. It's fucking actually I'm gonna get my old lady to cook it. But this duck it's a mallard, but it's bigger than most mallards. It's fucking gigantic. So I'm gonna do curry duck. I'm gonna smoke it. And then I'm gonna cut it up and then I'm gonna stew pieces. Make some curry duck. You can't use the skin when you put it in the pot. I'm telling you this. Duck is greasy as fuck.
I bet.
You can't use the skin. You gotta take the whole skin off. So I'm gonna use like out of the whole skin, I probably use like 5% and throw it in the pot just for flavor. Well, anyways, fellas, man, I'm gonna get up out of here.
Yeah, but Mike, reach out to me though.
Oh yeah, I will. You know what I'm saying? I will. You know what I'm saying? Because my old lady, I had to kick her ass out. You know what I'm saying? So not like that. This is a joke. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
Right.
Nah, but she don't live with me no more, man. She had to go back to school, so I'm free. You know what I'm saying?
Are you happy? Yeah, I see.
Hell nah, shit. I might get caught and get killed. She from Nigeria. She might hit me with like I'll be looking like Ace Ventura and Pet Detective with all them goddamn darts in my ass. You know what I'm
talking?
Yeah. I just play it. She probably listening right now. Talking about I'm fuck that nigga up. You know what I'm saying? So hey man, y'all hit me up anytime. I'm gonna get up out of here, man.
All right.
What?
Peace.
Right on.